What's up guys, welcome to this issue of Motive Garage as we continue our Project Track Hack WRX. Now if you watched the first issue, you know the two most important things about the car. It's cheap and it's fun. But we did have one really big problem last issue, and that is the second-hand tyres that we had on the car were simply just old and shagged. So we decided this was a great time to do a tyre test because we want to prove to you once again that tyres probably have the biggest influence on the performance of your car. And in fact, I'll go as far as saying that dollar for dollar, what you spend on your tyres will give a bigger improvement to lap times and performance than money spent anywhere else on the car. Now the biggest problem we have though in choosing a tyre is we've got some pretty big criteria we need to meet. The tyres need to be affordable, as this is a budget track car. They need to be usable on the street, as this isn't a trailer queen. And most importantly, they obviously need to improve our lap times. And another big one is they need to last. A lot of semi-slicks out there that are very soft might give you great lap times, but after a couple of track days, they're in the bin. So we want something that can last pretty much an entire year or more of racing and driving in between. Now I've tried a lot of tyres in the car scene since I've been in there, and the tyre I kept coming back to that meets that criteria is the Toyo R888R. Now the R is the new version of the 888, haven't used it yet, but that's what we're going to try and use on this car. I've seen R888s on a lot of other Targa and track cars going tyre seasons, entire Targa events, improve lap times and be drivable on the street. So we've got good experience with them, but let's see what the new one can do. So essentially, we're not changing anything on the car at all. We're just going to put them on, go back to Wakefield and see how much faster it is.
The Toyo Proxes R888 has proven immensely popular around the world as a street-legal tyre capable of being used for motorsport and street duties. The new Toyo Proxes R888R has all of the same characteristics, but in a new casing design that has improved mid-corner grip for quicker lap times and improved consistency. One of the tyre's most important characteristics is the fast warm-up times and the ability to work from cold. Important in a street tyre, but also beneficial in motorsport events where there is no way to warm up the tyre before a run. They also don't have a performance drop-off like many soft R-compound tyres, meaning the handling and grip stays consistent, not just for one session, but for many. Essentially, they stay faster for longer. The tread depth has been optimised to provide not only minimised tread squirm, but also provide long life, which is what helps make them great value for money. They have progressive breakaway characteristics both when cold and hot, making them more predictable and easier to drive on the limit for both amateur and pro drivers. Before we fitted them to our WRX, we decided to get them professionally scrubbed in off the car so they would perform at their best from the first lap we used them until the last lap.
Gordon 11 Motorsport at Emu Plains. We sell and service whatever motorsport needs, from go-kart to drag racing. We supply, we fit, we hand groove patterns, we buff, we heat treat, quite a few things. What we'll do today is fit the tyres up. We will heat treat them. That's a process that takes probably 3/4 of an hour. What the heat treating is all about is the ability for you to go to an event with your tyres ready. Now, where that is important is, especially if you're going interstate or you're going a fair way away, you might arrive and it's a bit wet, it's a bit dirty, it's a bit oily. Any of those things make a tyre not very happy to properly bed in. So here we'll put it through a full heat cycle, which allows you to arrive and drive. The cost, $30 per tyre. What happens, you actually get a stronger bonding of the molecules in the compound. Now that happens when you do it. If you go to an event, out you go, get the tyres up to temperature. When we do it though, there's no dirt, there's no wheel alignment angles, there's no uneven loading on the tyres. All those things that might happen can't happen here. So there's no load, there's very even heat. We get them up to a temperature that you would need to almost race the car to get that. Because it's happened here, they get a proper cool down as well, which is extremely important when you bed the tyre in. It not only needs the heat, it also needs the time to cool back off to get the full benefit. A brand new green tyre will get a performance spike, then it will fall away, then it will plateau, then it will fall away, then it will plateau, fall away. That first plateau, when we do the heating, is longer. So your performance life is longer. And that's whether it's a race, a road, a whatever tyre. So you're actually prolonging the tyre's performance life. You don't necessarily improve the performance, but you maintain that edge longer.
Our first chance to drive on the Toyo Proxes R888R was at the White Line Twilight Rally Sprint. The event is a perfect proving ground for the tyre, as no warm-up means they need to work from cold, and the course has varying road surface conditions, testing the tyre in multiple scenarios.
So the Toyo R888Rs have, well, totally transformed this car. What used to be quite scary with no grip, now brakes way better. Obviously, corners much better, and the handling characteristics of the car have changed a little bit. It used to obviously oversteer before, now it's obviously understeering like a traditional WRX is under power. But what I have noticed with the wheel alignment and this tyre on it, we can still rotate the car really well, essentially just by using like lift-off oversteer, but it doesn't oversteer too much, which is good, because obviously as soon as you get that rotation in, you can get back on the gas and get out of there.
The Toyo Proxes R888Rs did their job perfectly. Our car was transformed from a poorly handling, oversteering and unpredictable mess into a tarmac rally machine. They worked from launch into a finish line, were predictable at the limit, and also remained consistent in their performance between all of the runs, allowing us to focus on improving driving rather than worrying about the car changing underneath us. We ended up finishing 45th out of 90 cars. Not bad for a car around much more modified and expensive company. Our next test will be lap times at Wakefield and see how the car performs on the street. Stay tuned.